kind of kicks up some dust.
Reminds me of my homeboy job.
Elijah Dallas. OC.
Why do you feel like you're a good roommate? That's the real question. Like, what makes you feel as if like you're like quality like roommate material? Like, that's what I want to know. Yes, because I'm one thing about Alex. If you ever came over to Alex's place when he was living alone, you always seen the fucking triangles in the fucking vacuum. I mean, in the floors from him vacuuming. He had like the fabric on everything. Man,
but we're both tidy though.
He would take a paper towel to the sink to make sure there's no water drops left in that bitch.
Well, I think we're both.
Alex has severe OCD.
I mean, but we're both tidy. You know, I think he's a little bit more tidy than I am, but I'm still tidy. You know, dishes. You know what I mean? I think we're. You know.
So you mean telling me there's no dishes in that sink right now?
That's different.
I'm just saying. Yo, I think I've been to Alex's house. Shit, I said I need to stop. I've been to your house too many times to count, and like I've been there, and I've probably never seen a dish in the sink. Like even if he just got done eating off of it, he's washed it right after.
I think it's different if you have two people cooking. You know, like back to back. You know.
Yeah.
Two different meals. You know.
Yeah, no, that could be the case.
But I think I'm a great roommate.
But like, what else? Like, you know how many bitches you bring through here?
No, I don't.
Bro, it's so many bitches.
Yo, why does he try to blow up my spot?
Like
now, if somebody watches
day.
this shit, they gonna be like,
Like 2 a day.
This kid. No.
You've called off of work to get some pussy. You called out of work?
Alex walks in on his lunch break. I'm just on the couch getting crazy top.
Alex coming home in the middle of Ramadan, trying to come home and pray. You in here with some fucking some skank, some scallywag,
some harlot,
some harlequin,
some young harlot.
You in here fucking feet up here on this beautiful ass glass table.
On my head, looking
butt
to the
cheeks on the couch,
looking to the heavens.
Yo, with this looking at the skylight.
Alex just walks in, turns around, goes back to work.
Right back out.
Clocks back in.
Yo, I'm about to go back and serve the community with Serve Pro. I'm a professional at this shit. That's why they call me the Serve Pro.
Did you just see? He's just out in everybody's business. Where we work, what we do in our free time.
No, this is just me warming up.
Damn,
we're not keeping none.
Oh, this is gold. Are you kidding me? We're keeping this. Alex, you know how I know? Alex was over there laughing.
Okay, well, we're gonna beep at least where he worked at.
Day. We're not bleeping about me having 3 bitches a day.
No, hell no. We're not gonna lie to the people now. Yo, Serve Pro being our first fucking sponsor.
Sponsored by Serve Pro.
Oh, sponsored by Serve Pro.
That's a nasty what do you call it? Sponsor.
Why is that
for a
sponsor?
podcast?
Bro, as much shit as I fuck up
No, I'm saying for podcast, like you know, you don't watch podcasts and
yo.
Well, it's a little bit more blue collar than podcasting, you know. Football.
You said Cleveland Brown. My name is Cleveland Brown, and I'm in my hometown.
You want to sit down and tell us about it? You want to sit down on the couch and tell us about it?
You don't even got to sit on the couch, bro. I feel like you could really sit over here.
Yeah, right here, off the camera. You won't be on the camera.
Bro, be like Parks.
Yeah. That's what I said.
I'm telling you, bro, because you got to think about it, bro. We're going to be here. Oh, like if y'all don't know, I mean, y'all could probably tell. This isn't my spot.
New location.
You know, we're still going to be filming at my spot, too. We're going to be filming at, this is Demas' spot. You know, we're going to be filming at both locations. And doing like a bunch of like extra like random stuff, you know. We were talking about golfing, you know, some other stuff, you know, just going around. I want to do, okay, this is about to be a live reaction from Alex because I don't think I told him this. What do you think about if me and Demas both sat here, right? Turned on a movie and we were just like reacting to a movie and like we can have people that like tune in and just like they're like watching the movie with us like throughout time or whatever the fuck and like we'll like randomly like pause, talk about the good movie or whatever and be like and just keep going. What do you think about that? What do you think that's ass? That's what I'm saying. You know, like it's just something different, you know? Yeah. Just something random. And even then I feel like watching like the movies can like give us like ideas or something like to sit there and say. Well, we can't do the movie because we're gonna get copyrighted like shit. Do like a Twitch stream.
If we're gonna do all this back and forth, Alex needs a mic.
He's about to go to bed.
But for future reference, you know what I mean? Like you could just have a mic and just talk into the mic. You have a nice voice.
No.
You have a nice voice. Born for entertainment. And you got the hot tea, which it makes it a little bit more clear, you know?
Facts. So I'm be drinking water. Demon's over here drinking this damn. I'm trying to. You keep drinking this Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels.
I don't want to try it.
You say you
It makes
try
a difference. Leave it on. Yeah. It's like right
You like
now.
it better with the light?
I don't know. I mean, look at it. Let's see. Try to hit it again.
Ooh. Nah, I like it without the light. You get more purple.
It's like I'm like the light and you're like the dark side.
Dark side.
I'll be Skywalker.
Oh shit, we're getting an appearance from Alex.
Nah, he's gonna be off the cam. That's what I said, but he doesn't want to do too many lights.
Can you see me clearly?
You can see clear.
Let's just let it. Yeah, I don't think we have a second USB thing.
It's like a type A. Yeah. Because no one really uses them shits anymore.
All right, but anyways,
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to go ahead and introduce you to STS.
yeah.
STS. I don't know if I want to keep. I like it, but I don't know if I want to stay with it.
What, shooting the shit?
Yeah.
I feel like you know, you just got to let it rock. You just got to pick one name and just let it rock, because then you'll be overthinking the name.
Yeah, but I feel like we're still early enough to where we can change it.
Shooting the shit is cool though, because we are just shooting the shit. I mean, what would you even change it to?
I don't know. We could still like workshop some other shit.
Workshop.
I'm trying so hard not
Workshop.
to cuss. Yeah, workshop. We'll have
You're
a
trying
meeting,
so hard to what?
not to cuss.
Why?
I want this to get like pushed and like not demonetized and stuff like that.
We're not going to get monetized anyways. We have 27 followers.
27 subscribers, but it could jump.
We have
any
27
moment.
followers. We're not seeing a
Subscribers.
dime off of this no matter what we say.
Yes, but we still need to be pushed. We don't need anything going against us between getting pushed.
But yeah, back from a hiatus. Few months,
Yeah.
right? We had to get some things right. Figure out a game plan.
There's been like so much.
Life happened, you know.
Life.
Happens rather.
Life does happen, and you know, trying to be like wanting to do things, and it's like, yo, you got so many other things that you have to worry about. I feel like it's hard.
It's called being an adult, you know.
Yeah, and I think because this is like my first time doing this that I'm aware of
Doing what?
living life,
What do you mean living life?
bro. Because you know how everyone says it's like, oh, it's like your parents. It's their first time being an adult. Like it's their first time like being like a parent.
Yeah.
Like they're going through things
Still
at the same
going
time
through
as
it?
you. Yeah, and it's like you're experiencing it too. Like I feel like not many people like have that perspective of like, you know, your parents, it's their first time, you know, like raising someone, or like this their first time can be like going through this like subject with you. Like they could have past experiences, but like they're still living their first life too. Like it's not like they died and they're like, okay, cool. Like this is my second life. Let me do this differently. I know all the areas where I messed up at. Like I shouldn't have been talking as much in school. I should have been really focusing, paying attention to my teachers, getting a 4.5 GPA, and becoming a nuclear scientist.
Isn't it crazy that we think like as a kid that our parents are like just like the end all be all, like these big flawless individuals, but then you get older, it's like, oh no, they're just like regular people that
Bro,
just
they make
had a
mistakes
kid.
too.
But
Bro.
like from your perspective, you just think that they're just, you know what I mean?
Bro,
But then you internalize it. You kind of like, damn, like they had me when they were X years old, way younger.
Facts.
But if we had a kid right now, I'd be kind of like, yo, I don't know what I'm doing.
Bro, my mom had me when she was 22.
Mm.
My dad was, what, I think 27. But still, like, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, being 25, I'm trying to say you're thinking about, like, having a kid. Like, I've been with, like, a significant other and they've had a kid, but it's, like, it's not my kid.
Like a stepkid?
I wouldn't say stepkid, you know? Like, because I didn't really, like, do anything for the kid. Like, I mean...
So at what point do you consider yourself a stepfather? Picking them up from school? What?
Yeah.
What's the action that kind of puts you over that threshold?
I don't know. I don't necessarily feel like it's one thing. Like, I feel like if you're consistently there day in and day out, like raising that kid, you know, like you're helping provide like structure, stability, you know, like, because even being like an actual father, like, I don't feel like it's all financial. Like, the whole, like, end of the day, like, when you're an adult, you're having sex. Like adult, like
Nah.
sex is an adult thing. It has real consequences, and at the end of the day, bro, like you got to deal with said consequences. You know, but
I think the definition of adult is kind of skewed when you got hundreds of millions of dollars. Because if you're 23
yeah,
with $100 million and you could do whatever you want,
yeah,
and you're not at home, you don't got to go to school, you don't have a job. Your job is to go play basketball and travel around the country all every day.
yes,
And go to the clubs and hang out.
your job's not to go to the club
And
hang
you
out.
got every girl on Instagram like that you could holler at, like
Yeah.
unlimited, you know what I mean? Like that's a whole nother world. I think Justin Bieber kind of talked about that. Like when he was when he was younger.
He got so much money so fast.
Yeah.
And it's like, because you got to think about it. Like, who's going to tell me no?
Exactly. Nobody. Nobody's telling you no. Your agent's not telling you no. Shit, your family, your parents
Your
not going to tell
mom.
you no because you're buying them cars and houses.
Can you imagine
and-
being 14? You pay bro, Mom, I will literally kick you out of the
yeah,
house.
but shut up, mom.
I'm playing Fortnite. I'm
Mom,
not going
shut
to bed.
the hell up, mom.
I'm not going to bed. I'm not doing homework.
What?
You can eat a dick. Good night.
Yo,
Go.
what are they gonna say? They can't punish you. What? Yo, you're grounded. Bitch, what?
Ground me where?
Yeah,
How about you go ground me from outside?
yeah.
How about you take the taxi because you're not taking the car that I bought you?
I'm taking this private jet to Paris while I'm grounded in this house. I'll come back when you get over this shit.
But again, though, but that's what I'm saying, though. Like, yes, it's skewed. It's different when you are like a millionaire and all that. But again, though, like, yes, technically he's speaking, he's going to be he'll be the father of that kid, but he's not the dad. Because I feel like being a father and being a dad is two different things.
But see, I think he's gonna change his tune when he gets older.
Yeah,
I mean, just because he's young, he's wilding out, and rightly so. I mean, he's not rightly so. That's kind of bad to say, but he's it's a different world that he's living right now.
there's that, but there's also
He'll come around. Watch, it just comes with maturity.
there's two sides. There's two sides of this coin, and I don't know if I should say it, even though I want to, because it's kind of how I feel. yes, it is a woman's right to decide if she plans on carrying, you know, the pregnancy to term, you know, and having the actual child.
Mm-hmm.
That's completely up to a woman.
Right.
And if you make that decision, then you got to deal with whatever the hell happens after that. But as a man, especially if he comes to you and tells you, bro, like, I don't plan on being in this kid's life. You can't, like, now when the child's too, like, yo, you know, da 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 da, like, I'm not, you know, you don't do anything for the kid. Yeah, I told you I wasn't going to. Now that I'm sticking to what I say, like, now it's crazy. Like, bro, no, I told you I'm not going to do this. I don't know why you decided to have this kid. And it's like, I don't know why, and I could be wrong for even thinking this, but why would you have a kid with someone if you don't feel like they're gonna be a good?
Well,
like,
because I mean that's easy, especially with
What?
these NBA players and like
well, again, see,
entertainers and
I'm not
actors.
even talking about like, cause yeah, of course we know why they're doing that.
Right.
They're doing it for the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, cause at the end of the day, bro, if gets a super mega fucking contract and he's getting over 100 mil, 200 mil, you know, it's like, bro, I can just hire a nanny just to watch the kid the whole time while I'm out in Barbados doing whatever I want to,
Yeah.
you know. But I'm talking about like your everyday, like, shawty sitting right there walking across the street,
Mm-hmm.
bro.
But he's not going. But see, and not to make it about just Anthony Edwards, but
Yeah.
anybody at 23, objectively speaking, I'm not saying it's right or wrong or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You probably don't want to be with a kid all day if you're, you know, an NBA star and you got hundreds of millions of dollars. You would probably look at that situation. I think if you're like a regular 23-year-old and you
Yeah.
get somebody pregnant,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, it's like a reality, right?
Yeah.
It's like kind of like more like you're in society. It's like, oh, I have a
Mhm.
kid. I got to take care of this kid. But like if you're like a crazy millionaire ball player or like whoever, you're just going to be like, yo, I could be in Vegas right now. I could be in fucking Cambodia, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, what, you know?
But like, you can't say that about like everybody though, because I feel like that depends
Yeah.
on the person.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's not
Like
right or wrong. It's just like
Patrick
a whole other
Mahomes.
world.
You're not gonna see Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes has a wife and 2 kids.
But how old was he when he
Patrick Mahomes is like 29, and he's probably one
when
of
he
the
had the kid
greatest.
though?
I don't know. He was still younger. He was younger than 29, because he's like 29, 30 now. What I'm saying is, yeah, he's still, again, one of the greatest quarterbacks ever played.
Yeah.
He was probably, I remember, if I remember the stat correctly, he would have been able to be inducted in the Hall of Fame at like 25,
Yeah.
based upon all the stats that he had at that age.
I'm not mad at Anthony Edwards. You know what I mean? Like
I'm not.
he's gonna come around to it, you know?
Yeah.
He's gonna come around to it. When he's, you know, late 20s, 30s, you know, he's gonna be like, oh, I do got a kid.
Yo, what was that one? What was that one like Tyler Perry movie where like the dad wasn't around and like the mom was like raising like 3 kids on her own. The oldest son like ended up becoming real good at basketball and he ended up getting drafted. And then the dad like showed up like out of nowhere and was like trying to, hey son. He's like, bro, I don't know who you are.
It sounds familiar. I don't know off the top of my head.
I can't remember the name of the movie, but like, I'm not saying it's gonna be like that. Like, of course, like in his situation, but like, you know, like just imagine, right? You had a kid, and you're like, bro, man, I'd rather be lit in Houston with the Hez, and like, and then like, push come to shove, like 30, 35, 40 years pass, your kid ends up becoming like the president of the United States.
I mean, shit. I mean, look at LeBron. His dad's out the picture. Imagine being LeBron's dad.
That's
You know?
crazy.
Imagine being LeBron's dad. That's wild. And you're just like, you're in the barbershop. Yo, that's my son right there. Or he might be dead. You know, you never know.
I don't know. Who do you think he knows?
Maybe. I don't know. But
Well,
just imagine, man.
If you were in that situation, okay, because here's the thing. I'm manifesting. You know, there's going to come a time when we have like 400,000 subscribers up here on YouTube and we're doing this in like a bigger, better area type stuff.
Mhm.
And you're gonna have like that one that like hits you up on some like, yo, Demas, I remember when you were in school together and you used to have that big crush on me. Hey, what's up? You gonna give it a time of day? You gonna be like, you only want me because I'm up?
Damn
You want
right.
me because I'm in the Porsche?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Are you gonna be on that? Or are you gonna like, man,
Yeah. Hold on. Would be on what?
her?
Yeah.
You still gonna mess with a shorty like that?
Probably.
Nah.
Just off some like the principle. You know what I mean?
What principle?
Or just like
I see, because I feel like, bro,
Just
like,
to do
we're on a
it?
different tier. Bro, you're not even in my ballpark of like women now that I even speak to.
that is true. Cause
I
like
see
yeah.
you at McDonald's in the drive-thru. Like I'm not. Like you don't even work at like a Ruth Chris. Like, bro, you're not on my level.
That is true. Because I think that for the most part, like
I do feel like you still have like.
I'm trying to say, I don't want to say nothing crazy.
No, like, cause I do know what you like. I can kind of see where you're coming from, because there are those ones that you're like, bro, I would do it just because like I would do it for little me.
It's almost like the flex. Like, oh,
But
oh,
what
you wasn't
flex?
fucking with me back, back then. You know what I mean?
And you ain't women back then, but how
Because I
about
don't
now?
care. I listen.
Because
I
I'm
don't
up
care,
right now,
I don't care how
and
many.
I'm start right now.
I don't know.
Uh,
I don't care how attractive you are,
Yeah.
whatever. How many girls you get, whatever.
Yeah,
There's always every
That
guy
one.
has that one girl that's like, damn, bro. You know what I mean? That they didn't really fuck with you like that. You know what I mean? That you might have had a crush on. You know what I mean? And maybe they didn't fuck with you, but you just never like it just never. Maybe she always had a boyfriend. You know what I mean? Or so, you know what I mean though.
but here's the only thing.
Every
though.
guy's got that.
But like, I don't know, because again, I feel like, but like my tier though is like if I'm up,
Yeah.
it's like, bro, like I've had better than you.
Whoa. If I'm up, don't get it twisted. My focus isn't on
Women.
like the regular like. Oh my God! I used to.
But I'm
like you,
saying
honey.
though, like
No, I'm just
you're gonna
saying.
get that DM.
Yeah, that's.
I know I am.
But I'm
I
saying.
get that text now.
So you handle that, right? But you're not focusing on it. You know what I mean? But like to your point, you're on a whole nother upper echelon. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But then you probably got like all these IG models that like, but see that is precisely the trap
What?
that we was just talking about getting with these, like the 38-year-old, you know what I mean?
See-
And then they try to trap you and you get like 2 or 3 of them and then you're done for.
But here's my thing though, like to me, like yeah, like that's gonna be fun and everything, but like I really feel like, bro, like the most fun is gonna be is like, bro, like I have fuck you money.
Yeah.
I got the money to where it's like, bro, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like just anything.
Just whatever gets on your nerve, you don't got to deal with nothing you don't
Like
want.
they're sitting there, like I'm in line at Starbucks, and I'm sitting here like, bro, I don't want to wait. I just take out a wad of cash and give everyone in front of me $100 just to let me get in front of them, just so I can order a vanilla bean frappuccino with a caramel
Yeah.
drizzle, no whipped cream.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. Imagine having that.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Here, take this. Yeah, get out of my way. All right. What?
Yeah.
But even then, though, like, even do you want to say like your dream?
Dream of what?
The one thing we kind of talked about earlier.
Oh, if I was up?
Yeah.
Yo, if I was
Do you want
up,
to keep it low, or do you want to say?
I would just go get a one-way trip to some Caribbean island.
You say the same thing if you were down, though.
Either or. I would just, if I was up,
Yeah.
I would buy an island and just be out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'd buy an
Okay,
island.
we're talking about being realistic. Like, what? No one wants you to have freaking Rodriguez Island. Like, we're not talking about nothing like that.
What do you mean realistic?
Like, realistic up. Like, you got maybe like,
5 million?
yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
5 million? I'm buying an island.
What island are you buying for
Look it
$5
up.
million?
Look it up. Islandsforsale.com. You can go. You can buy an
Islandsforsale.com
Yes.
is not a real
It is.
.com.
I was looking at it the other day. I promise you. You can get an island for about $1 million.
What island? Where is it?
There's a lot of islands in Canada actually, but you probably wouldn't want one in Canada.
Why would I want an island in Canada?
But you can get a nice island for like $1 million.
For what?
$1 million.
Okay, so what does that entail? Islandsforsale.com is not a website.
It was island. I just Googled islands for sale.
Bro said islandforsale.com. And I knew he was capping. I had to prove it.
But like $1 million, you can get a nice, and of
That's not
course
bad.
the money would really come in, or you would really need a lot of money for it, rather.
Developing, you gotta
Airport.
get
Because
people in
you'd want an airport, right? You'd want a plane or a helicopter to get to and fro, and then you would want to get like a house, of course, right?
So on your
Pickleball
island,
courts, a baseball field, you
okay.
know.
All right. And this is where like you're on like Richie Rich mindset, like, oh, I'm gonna get a roller coaster in my backyard.
I don't like roller coasters, but what I'm
just saying, for example,
but
Hawaiian Punch water fountain.
you gotta think big, man.
Okay, but what I'm saying is
Realistically,
yes.
like what?
Realistically,
Okay, 5 million is like not okay. Like is 5 million realistic? Maybe not. But actually, yeah, 5 million.
5 million is definitely
I
realistic.
feel like it's weird. Like if you say 5 million is realistic, you sound like an asshole. But
to
then
who?
I don't know. Like yeah, right, $5 million. But then it's like if you don't say it, then you just sound like you're just like you don't believe in yourself.
I plan on literally, bro, be like, oh, okay, cool. I wake up.
If I'm not rich by 32,
I'm calling Amalfi and I'm taking Amalfi Jets. I'm taking a PJ to like
what's Amalfi?
they're on TikTok. Oh my god.
If I'm not rich by 32, and I've told you this before, I'm going to a Caribbean island, one-way ticket, selling coconuts on the beach. Okay, maybe have a nice little nest egg, maybe $50,000 to $100,000, and I build a little shack.
What?
And that's it.
Okay. So again, that's not realistic either.
What's not?
A nest egg of $50,000 to $100,000.
That's not that. No, what are you talking about? That's unrealistic.
Bro, 80% of Americans don't have more than $2,000 in their bank account.
Do you have more than 2,000 in your bank account?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, so what do we consider 20% of America?
I guess
2,000. No, bro. Most
Bro,
people have $2,000, bro.
I'm not being that guy, but I make more than the average American right now.
Right, but I would say most people have. Let's look it up.
Bro, it was a study or something like that that was done. But
Average
that could be more
savings.
TikTok knowledge that I'm just pulling off the top of my head.
Let's do by age.
That's
Okay.
difficult. What are you doing? ChatGPT to try to pull all that?
Okay,
Like in a Venn diagram?
under 35,
Okay.
11,000
11,000 what?
euros, dollars, man.
What are you saying?
$11,000
What is-
under 35.
You're not having a complete sentence right now.
Under 35.
Yes.
$11,000. Under 35, 11,000. I thought we were on the same. Under the age of 35 years old,
Yes.
the average person has
There we go.
$11,000.
I'm saying. Under 35, $11,000. $11,000 what? Like
Yeah.
in debt? They have $11,000.
We're talking about
vehicles?
savings. And then 35 to 44, 27, well, just call it 28,000.
What?
$28,000.
35 to 44
Between 35 and 44,
has what?
$28,000.
Bullshit.
What do you mean?
You think that many? Okay. Actually, let's roll with that. So let's just say, like you said, you plan on having.
Can you hear
little,
this?
Hear what? Yes, I can hear it.
Is it loud?
It's like now we're paying attention to it.
Okay. Because this keeps like tilting. All right, go ahead. Oh, well, let me finish
But
this.
you sitting here saying $50,000 to $100,000 you plan on just having just in the tuck. If you had $50,000 to $100,000,
Well, I don't want to talk in front of the cameras, but yeah.
But I'm saying people saying that, oh, you have $50,000 to $100,000, like that's up.
I
a
do
lot
not
of
have $50,000 to $100,000. From
not
age
liquid because
from age to 45,
guys,
from age 45
This
to
guy,
54, from
he'd
age
still be asking me to get him something off the dollar menu now. Bro, yo, you got me till Friday.
It's
You
all
got-
tied up in equities.
Yo, you got me till Friday. I need you to go ahead and get this cookout tray for me.
65 and older, 60,000. Well, I think that's where like your retirement should come.
Like
into
your
play.
401k.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing though. I also feel like if we take out 401ks too, what I'm thinking is in your bank account.
Okay, real quick. I'm sorry. From Experian, right? Credit Bureau.
Yeah, but I'm saying in your bank account, not like what you're valued at. Like I'm pretty sure.
Well,
Like,
look,
if I take
hold
the
on.
valuation for my car
Right
and
here,
all that-
look. The average savings balance for people ages 64 and younger ranges from 5,400 to 8,700. So the average from people
Yeah.
64 and younger
Okay.
ranges between 5,400 and 8,700. So I guess, yeah. I
That's
mean,
what
but
I'm
even
saying.
now they're saying that credit card balances are at an all-time high.
Yes, bro, that's what I'm saying. You're sitting here saying $28,000 that people just have. Like, bro, no, there's no
People
way.
are living on credit.
Yes, like I'm,
Swipe that card.
bro. There are people who literally like, oh, I'm gonna just put groceries on my credit card.
Are we recording?
Yes,
That is true.
but here's the thing, bro. No. Another thing, freaking Chipotle. You can use Affirm or Klarna to pay for your Chipotle now.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what are you doing to where you need like I sound so like privileged right now.
What?
Like, oh my God, like you literally put that on Klarna. Like, okay, Affirm, Klarna, yeah, yes, those are great tools and like, great services that are provided. But for the Chipotle, I can't. Like, I'm gonna stand on that. Like, bro, like, yes, there are hard times or whatever, but bro, like, you don't need Chipotle if you need a Klarna in it. Go to the grocery store and make tacos.
Sound privileged. Hold on, what'd you say? What'd you just say?
Go to the grocery store and make tacos.
Well, now you just sound out of touch. Do you know how much turkey meat is? You know how much ground meat is?
Not that expensive.
See, it's privilege. You don't even check the price. It is $8.
Who doesn't?
It is $8. It is $8.
$8 for a pound?
For a pack of meat. I don't know if it's
That's
a
a
pound.
pound.
Okay, whatever it is, right?
People aren't okay. When you go to freaking Chipotle, you're not getting a pound of meat. If you get a pound of I think what John did just now. One LBS of ground beef.
Yo,
You're not
first
getting
of all,
that at Chipotle.
when I go to Chipotle, and by the time they put that shit in the bag,
They put 3 things
Nah.
of chicken on it.
that shit is like I could
They're
knock.
literally
I could knock somebody out with my Chipotle bowl when I go to Chipotle. I make sure they pile that shit up.
How much you pay? At
Probably like
Chipotle?
15 because I normally get extra meat. Pause. But
You
I
gotta
do
get-
though.
Gotta get the extra meat.
So like $15.
Wouldn't feel okay if I didn't get the extra meat. Fucking this guy. Okay, but sure. Okay, bet.
Hold
right.
on, and then the tortillas,
What
lettuce, tomatoes, cheese. Now you're
Lettuce,
talking about like
tomato,
$20, $25.
onion.
That's like $20, $25 now.
Okay.
You know how much tomatoes are? Tomatoes, that's $5 by themselves.
Okay.
Lettuce, that's another like $4. That's 9 plus the meat. That's 8, 17. Tortillas probably another 5. You're in that 22. Cheese is another. Whether you get Sargento, Kraft, or Harris Teeter, or the generic brand, that ranges between $2 to $6.
Oh, you know it's so,
So now
crazy.
you're at, like,
I'm sitting here thinking
$30.
you're talking about like I'm sitting here thinking you're talking about Chipotle prices. So cool. Let's just say you do say it's $30 to go to the grocery store to
Right.
get all of that stuff.
Right.
That's $30 to feed a family
No, it's not.
as opposed.
No, it's not.
Okay,
No,
not
it's not.
everyone eats like you, Demas, to where you got to eat 6, 7. Bro, I've seen you clear a whole pizza from Domino's.
Yo, one thing of meat is like you cook that shit up. It's not that much for real.
Bro, yes it is.
It's not.
Bro,
I promise you, bro.
I've literally, bro,
promise you.
when I lived with my dad, yes, we've literally had a pound of ground beef and we made tacos with that. And it was for,
How old were you?
I was like 16.
That was like 10 years ago. I don't think you're remembering correctly.
What do you mean?
I
A
don't-
pound of ground beef?
Yeah.
Yes, you have a pound of ground beef.
Was feeding who?
Me, my dad, Angela, Autumn, Raven.
First of all, you talking about you see me eat. I've seen you eat.
What does that mean?
You need 2 pounds of beef.
First of all, I'm not eating no 2 pounds.
You
of
need
ground
2 of them
beef.
motherfuckers, man.
First of all, when I'm sitting there doing that, I might eat like 2 tacos, maybe 3. And on top of that, I'm not sitting here doing all them extra toppings like everyone else that needs to put tahini on it. They need to put lettuce, tomato, onion,
Hot
sour
sauce.
cream, hot sauce, mac and cheese.
you gotta
all that.
get the packaged seasoning. Oh,
They be doing too much.
here he is, the man of the hour.
You want the mic? You want the mic?
Oh, can you throw me a water too? Appreciate you.
Ah! See, I shouldn't have trusted Demas. I know you can't catch for shit.
You want one?
I got one right here. I appreciate it. He about to take me out again. You know I broke my ankle. You remember me breaking my ankle, right? Oh my God. You remember that? Remember I told you I tried to kiss that one
Is this
girl?
overheating?
Is what overheating?
How do you know, Alex? Can you check? What's that blinking? Does it say overheating?
It probably just says recording.
You said in high school you were kissing some girl.
I tried to kiss some girl. I was like on my crutches and I like leaned down to try to like kiss her.
Crutches.
I was on crutches.
Oh, when you
grade.
broke your ankles?
Yeah. Ankle?
He did.
You said what? No. So I'm on crutches. I lean forward to try to like lean down to give her a kiss or whatever, right? It was the last day of school. I was like, oh yeah. Because we're about to talk this whole summer. I got to get this off. No, she didn't do that. I leaned forward to try to kiss her. No, I leaned forward to try to kiss her. And then she goes, Nelly, what are you doing? I said, all right. I said, ha ha, nothing. Just trying to give you a hug. Ah, ha, ha. And left. 2 days later, I told her, I was like, yo, you know what's crazy is? I almost kissed you. I tried to kiss you. 2 days later, yo, you know, I tried to kiss you. And she's like, oh my God, Nelly, you should have did that. You should have. Oh. Now I won't see you till next year.
Yeah, what's the most action you got like in the hallway?
Oh God.
I remember like this one time I was in school and
Action in the hallway.
yo, I was in the cut because you know on A Hall, well this is like I don't know if you remember, but the
A-Hall.
accounting is like accounting, yeah, the accounting classes and all that. You know what I'm talking by the cafeteria.
Okay, yeah.
So like not a lot of people went down there.
Sure.
So like me and this girl was like in the cut by the double doors and you kind of had like the little indentation to where you can kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was probably in like 9th, 10th grade, you know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? And I had my like hand up her shirt and all that. I was getting
Jesus.
like, you know what I mean? Like
In
it was
school?
getting a little steamy in A Hall on A Hall. And yo, Miss oh my God, what's her name? The photography teacher came around.
The photographer, bro. At first, I was thinking he was talking about Miss Finley.
Miss
She was
Miss
yearbook.
something. I forgot her name.
She was
But she came around the corner and I was like, oh shit. You know what I mean? And she was like, I saw what y'all was doing. Go to class.
Oh, that's you're lit. You're lit. All you got was to go to class.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
She
If I was
didn't
a
rap,
teacher,
or
if
she
I was a
didn't-
teacher and I would have seen you, I would have called the police. Sexual assault. Y'all would have went to jail. Or at least you
See,
would.
damn.
Yo,
I know who he
you
is.
would have got arrested.
Hey, yo, who's that one teacher we had? He was a fat fuck, but he used to hate on all that shit.
Oh, you're talking about the math teacher?
What was his name?
He looked like Peter Griffin. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What was
Yo.
his name? It was like Mr.
Yo,
No. McPherson
He
was
used
Hot
to-
Wheels' Mrs. McPherson's husband. Um, I'm going to hell. No, his name was like Mr. I keep saying Mr. Like that's gonna help.
Mr. Fat Fuck. Anyways, he
No.
was yo. He used to hate on. He used to rat on
You
everybody.
got your yearbook, bro? Yes, bro. Because that's gonna bother me. I don't know if he's still teaching our senior year.
Oh, he did yearbook. Is that what it was?
No, he's in the yearbook. Alex has his
Oh.
yearbook.
Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, he used to hate on
Okay.
all the
I
kids.
got two things. Well, I got three. I don't know which one's the craziest though. So like, I remember this one shawty. I was in class. She came to my class, and I'm like looking like out the door or whatever. She like looks at me, points at me, goes, "Come here." I'm like, all right. I'm sitting here thinking like it's about to be some bull. Man, go down to K Hall, that music hall.
Mm.
She grabbed me by my face. I picked her up through against. Man, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, oh my God, what's about to happen on K Hall? What is about to happen? And then she like was like kissing on my neck, like damn near gave me a hickey in the hall. And then we just went back to class like ain't nothing happened. And then other one,
Were you bricked up?
hell yeah, I was bricked up.
You know what be the
I did someone's locker combination. That's how bricked up I was. I opened that.
Hey yo, what?
I opened that bitch up. I was.
Yo, hey, you know what was the worst? Like coming of age, like as an adolescent and feeling your male juices.
Getting
like,
bricked up in class.
Yo, sitting down, like while somebody's teaching, and maybe like somebody gets up. You know what I mean? And like maybe the girl you're eyeing in class and shit like that, and they just start daydreaming in class. And then you just
God.
you just thinking of like, yo, just wild shit, and they
Yo,
just bricked
like,
up, and they say,
if I
Mr.
could
Rodriguez,
if I could freeze time, and just have it just for me and her.
Trinell, can you go up to the board and show us how to do number 3?
Yo, I'm sitting there, I'm walking by, knocking everything down. Yo, excuse me, pardon me. Bro, like Drewski when he was doing the freaking commercial for the dick gummies. Y'all remember what I'm talking
The
about?
dick gummies, nah, I don't know about Blue
You don't remember-
Chews.
No, they weren't Blue Chews. It was something else. It was like a Blue Chew though, and he like pushed it down and like broke the table in half on his wood.
Have you ever done a Blue Chew?
I've never done a Blue Chew.
I'm scared to do a Blue Chew
I would do a Blue Chew.
because it messes with your heart, like Viagra. I'm scared of that. Like, what if I have a fucking heart attack or something?
I don't know. Well, if it's messing with my heart, I don't know if I should. Is that a Blue Chew you just took out your pocket?
Yeah,
You just keep that on you?
yeah.
Your girl lives in London. What are you doing with a Blue Chew just readily available?
For when that FaceTime call happens.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Popping a Blue Chew for the FaceTime sex is
Woo!
crazy.
You gotta make an
You gotta
impression.
pop a Blue Chew and a water. Oh, he's about to be shooting webs, as Demus was saying. That's gross. Yo, took you for Spider-Man, Superman.
Shooting webs all across the city, huh?
Now he done make God knows off track. Bro, actually, there was this one time I was in front of Miss Barco. I don't know if you had to have Miss Barco.
I don't remember. What did she teach?
Economics and personal finance.
Miss Barco. Was she short?
Yes.
Like a short lady.
She wasn't short. She was just shorter. I'm 6'3", so that's like
I had Miss Parker for personal finance and accounting.
I think they were like right beside each other.
Yeah, okay.
She was short,
Black hair.
black hair, black
I think
lady,
I know you're talking about, yeah.
black lady glasses. So I had that class with was one shawty, and she wore these Adidas pants.
Mm-hmm.
And we were sitting there in the hallway, sitting there kissing or whatever.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
With the L?
Damn. Yes, that one. We gonna
Okay.
sit there and bleep. Cause yeah.
Nobody knows the L.
I mean,
Because I remember All you had to say was Adidas pants. Because even I remember that.
Yes.
Matter of fact, she wore them Adidas pants a little too often now that I think about it.
She had a lot of them.
Oh, a lot of pairs? Okay.
Yeah. She had a lot. Bro, her mom, bro, they were paid. Like she wasn't, no. And that girl showered a lot. But no. Back to what I'm saying. We were sitting in the hallway, smooching and all that pizzazz. And
In class?
No, in the hallway.
Okay.
And then she sits there and she like whispers, like she's like sitting there talking to me, and we're in the middle of kissing. She goes, "I'm not wearing no panties." And at the time, in my head, I'm like 15. So I'm like, ew, bitch, you had no drawers on. But in reality, I was like,
that's what you said to her?
No, that's what I said in my head.
That's what you was thinking?
Yes.
That's what you were thinking?
Yes. But I played it off. This in actuality, what I said was, "Nah, I don't believe you. Let me see." Reached my hand in the back of that, felt straight ass, and I'm jiggling ass in the middle of the hallway.
That's funny.
I'm sitting here I'm 15, bro. I've never even sniffed coot. I haven't done nothing. But I'm sitting here bro, this is what it's like to be alive.
Yeah.
I thought, I was like, this is, if I died right now, I'd be a happy man.
I don't care about nothing else.
I don't care about nothing else. I got to touch a butt cheek, bro.
Yo.
In school. And then
Yo.
we went to class right after because we were in the same class.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, nah, bro. I'm trying to tell you,
isn't it so crazy being young and you just don't even your mind's just not mature, your mind's just not there yet. I remember there was this one time this girl that lived in my neighborhood, and she she was like, because me and everybody would be outside playing football, manhunt, shit like that.
Yes.
I was 13, whatever,
times.
14,
The good
and
old days.
she texted me, was like, and I remember this vividly because I can laugh at it now. It's like a funny childhood memory. But I remember she texted me or called me like, "Yo, my parents aren't home. If you want to come over and watch a movie, blah blah blah." You know what I mean?
Okay.
I was like, "Nah, I'm going to go play football. I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to watch a movie. Why would I watch a movie with you? Why would I want to go over there with your parents?
I go play football with my friends.
Yeah, why would I want to do that? Damn.
I would much rather go play football with my friends. Because here's the thing. Because here's the thing, though, right? When you were that young, you didn't know about that ooh-wee.
What you mean that ooh-wee?
That feeling? That feeling when you go, ooh-wee.
Jeez.
When you in that joker for that, bro. Ever since that first, I was like, oh yeah, this is it. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying though, that's before then. Because again, I know what you mean. Mm-hmm. I've been in that situation. Where I'm sitting there and it's like, no, I'm about to go ahead and go to my homeboy house. Yeah. He has Xbox. We're about to play Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. We about to link in. Now what when everybody used to bring their games and shit, what they not LAN play, but oh my God, what's the word?
I was joking when I said Xbox. I really was a PlayStation kid. I was a PlayStation kid growing up. But yeah, no. I'm trying to tell you, yes, going out, I'm playing PlayStation with my friends. I'm about to go hoop at my friend's house.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there. But to the flip side of that though, the amount of things though, being with a woman, ended up making you do.
What do you mean?
So I remember when I was younger, because I was maybe 15. 15, I had a girlfriend. I couldn't drive or nothing like that. She could drive, but I couldn't, so I couldn't have a job.
At 15, she could drive?
Yeah, she was older than me.
How old?
She was 16. She was 16 and she got a whip the day she got her license.
What isn't that's the wildest thing, right? Would you let your kids drive at 16 years old?
It depends.
Or would you let your kid drive with their friend who's 16 and they just got their license?
No.
Cause I used to be
But
so
at 16, you don't get that.
yeah.
You're like,
just like,
bro,
yo, we out. We're going to downtown
Yes,
Norfolk.
exactly.
We're going to Lynn Haven.
Going to the beach.
Yeah.
With my homeboys.
Yeah.
But like now at 25,
Yeah.
like bro, I got in the car with my brother who's 17, and like I was going somewhere with him. I think I was going to the airport to get my stepdad's truck so I could pick up my parents from the airport. So I had to ride with my brother to the airport though. So I'm riding with my brother, and like I'm sitting here like looking at him. He's driving and everything. I'm like, dog, I remember changing your diapers, dog. I remember like holding you when to like get you to go to bed, bro. And now you're 17 driving.
Yeah.
That's the craziest part. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So like, but especially like a kid that like I don't know though.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here because I don't got no kid. May have a kid by the time I'm like maybe like 30. So probably I'm like 46, 47.
Yeah.
Sitting here thinking, yeah, I'm gonna have some 16-year-old drive my baby.
Hold on, you're not gonna be that.
What?
You'd be 41 if you had a kid now.
I'm not planning on having a kid now.
I'm just saying.
I'm saying if I have a kid at 30.
Oh, okay.
If I have a kid at 30, be like 46, 47.
Some dumbass kid.
Yeah, bro, you're not driving my baby.
Yo, because I even like some of my friends that had their license at 16 or whatever. Because I didn't get my car until I was like 18, 19 years old. So like,
I had to buy my first car.
Yeah, so like at 16, like I had some friends that had the cars. They were wilding out with the car. Like,
bro, you remember
they were going crazy.
One dude, dark skin tattoos.
Oh yeah.
Bro, he pulled,
Yeah, he used to be crazy with this shit.
He pulled up to my house. It was me and Darian. Darian's at my house. We're sitting there kicking it. He pulled up to my house. Bro, we're on Centerville, and he got like some car. I don't remember what it was, but like, bro, we're going down Centerville. Bro goes 110.
Yeah.
I'm in the back seat like, oh.
Was it the manual?
I don't
or
remember.
Was it the black car?
It was like silver or something like that. I think it was a Genesis or something like that.
Oh, maybe we're talking about different people. I was just going with it.
Black, tall, muscles, tattoos, Army.
I know a few people
Army.
like that. I know a few people like that. Anyways, go ahead.
African.
I know a few people like that.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm sitting here like, bro. Was that who you thought I was talking about?
No. Actually, no. I knew a few people that fit that description, you know?
Tall, dark, muscles in the Army.
Yeah.
I don't know that many people that fit that description. I don't know. Anyways, yes. But I remember, being in the car with him going 110. And I'm like, bro, what? Like, that, and to think, to have like my kid in that, because all it takes is for one of them kids to look down to check their phone, you know, because they care about their phone. They're going to sit here, let me get the Instagram messages or, you know, which we call it from reading class, from English, send me a Snapchat. I got to go respond back to that. And now my kid's in the hospital, like injured. Yeah. First of all, besides like the whole, like, you know, like trauma of like, dang, like my kid's in a hospital. I got to pay these medical bills too. Bro, medical bills is not cheap. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm going to have like good insurance, fingers crossed. But like, still, medical bills ain't cheap. And then to sit here and think like I'm gonna let my kid do it. But that's what I was trying to tell you earlier. I feel like it depends on the kid, because just because your age is 16 doesn't mean your mindset is at 16.
Yeah,
you can be 16 years old, so the mindset of a 10-year-old.
Right.
So it depends. It's different per child. Like, I'm pretty sure my parents would have let me drive at 16. Well, they did. They let me drive at 16. But I'm pretty sure like one of like my other siblings they're like, no way.
Mm-hmm.
Even my brother now, my brother is literally like out here like he has some charger, not my younger one, like he's younger than me, but he's like not the youngest one. He be sitting here, got some charger, sitting there doing donuts, going to these like
At 16?
no. He's
Oh, now?
no, my brother's oh yeah, now. Because he didn't have a car when he was younger.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't care about anything when he was younger. Oh my God. He didn't care about shit.
Yeah.
But like now, I'm not gonna lie to you. Now he's on his shit. Like he's an electrician. You know, he has a car. You know, he's taking care of like his shit. So I you know give that to him. Because at 16 he was a little shit. But now he's like what 22, and yeah, bro, he has his car. He goes to these like meetups or whatever, and they're out there doing donuts, running from the police, doing all that crazy shit.
No, it gets real. I know I had a couple friends that were really into that.
Yeah.
And we would go up on Holland Road over there on the Freedom Car Wash or whatever.
That's where Teo be out there.
And
Teo and all his homeboys be out
there.
there.
There was this one time, me and him, he had like a souped up fucking, I'm not a car guy, but like a Genesis or whatever.
Yeah.
And he
I'm not
was
a car guy either.
we were in like one of the industrial parks, and they were like drag racing down the street.
Yeah.
And they had everybody had the police scanners going and shit.
Bro,
And
I know
gets,
someone like that.
it's
Yeah.
like real deal, man.
And then you got to pull it out because you can't get too close to them with like the police, like detectors or something like that, because it's illegal in Virginia. Because I remember I had one because I didn't have one, but one of my sister's friends had one. I was in the car with him, and he made me like, there was a police officer around, made me pull it out, hide it underneath the seat and all that stuff, just in case the police officer pulled us over.
Yeah.
I say, yo,
Yeah.
we in this bit riding dirty.
I remember we this was when we were still in school, but we were in the old Honda Civic. Me and my friend,
Shotty doo wop.
No, me and my friend Devon.
Oh yeah,
Because he's in the cars, and we was in the old Honda Civic, and we were going like 100 something, and he was going weaving in and out of traffic, and he went into the shoulder. Right, you know where it starts, where the you know when it vibrates.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And like, we're running out of room because the metal railing was coming up, and I was like, yo, man, come on. We had a car. We were going around the car. That's why we're in the shoulder.
Yeah.
And we barely made it back onto the road before that metal railing came.
Oh, hell.
Crazy, man. But like, just stuff like that, you know. I wouldn't let my kid.
Yeah, I'm saying now, and now I'm supposed to. And that's the thing. That's another thing too that I don't feel like your children realize is like, yo,
they just having fun.
No, it's not even that. It's like, bro, like I was your age too, and like again, it's different. Like even now, like when your parents used to tell you that, boy, I used to be your age before. You said they'd be like, bro, you don't get it, you don't understand. You're old.
But see, then you got to take into account that you don't want to be that parent that takes away their childhood, because. Imagine the kids that they had a helicopter parent, or their parents were tight asses. They could never leave the house.
They
could never do anything. It's like, damn, bro. So like, you know, sometimes you gotta let your kid kind of be out and about. Because I was out and about all the time. I was 15, 16.
Yeah, you're different.
Out until 3 a.m. with everybody.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like we were outside. You know what I mean? Like we were outside. And those are memories that I'll always cherish.
Are you doing that? Are you letting your kid be out till 2, 3 a.m.?
I don't know. I'm not in that situation. I'm not in that position. I don't know.
I'm telling you right now, I'm not letting my kid do that.
I think if I know who they're running with, sure. Because I know, just like I said, those are memories that I'm always going to cherish as a kid with those people I used to kick it with. Yeah. That I'm not going to steal that joy and experience from my kid. You know what I mean? Me knowing that as an adolescent, you're never getting those years back. So all those nights, all those times, sleepovers, whatever, running the streets, playing ball in the summertime, hanging out on the street, you know what I mean? Just kind of talking. Y'all just outside talking on a summer night. Y'all just kicking it, talking. Those are the best nights. Yeah, so I'm not gonna steal that from my kid.
Sitting on the green electrical box.
Yeah, I cannot steal that from my kid. Now, if it's a girl, that's a whole. I'm talking about just a son. You know what I mean? That's a whole different.
If it's a girl,
that's a whole different story. But my son, I'm gonna let you kind of rock. You know what I mean? I trust that I raised you right and you're smart. Well, they're gonna be my sons, so they're gonna be fucking
Dumb.
smart, intelligent. You know what I mean? So they'll be able to navigate certain things like I navigated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was in a handful of situations that could have went left real quick. You know what I mean? But I made the right decision, and here I am amongst the world on camera.
No, that's
you know?
true.
But sometimes you just gotta let your kid learn. You know what I mean? Learn right from wrong on their own. You know, because you're not always gonna be there with them. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you gotta just trust that you raised them right, and kind of be like, it is, it is what it is.
Yeah, but again though, like so you gotta find like that happy medium though. Because so I feel like what the hell? You gotta train your kids. And then once they get to like 14 to like 18, that's when you're not like necessarily like in like more like big like parent mode. You're in like coach mode.
Right.
You're in that like, hey, dog, you fucking up over here. I know I know where you want to go. I know how you want to end up. If you want to get there, you can't do that.
Yeah.
If you keep doing this is how it's going to end up.
Yeah.
But you gotta like establish, like do all their character and all that stuff like while they're younger.
You just gotta put common sense in your kid. That's all you gotta do.
But
as long as they got common sense and they're not a follower, that's all you gotta do. Make sure they're not a follower and make sure they have common sense. Because as a kid, I had common sense. When people was doing dumb shit, I was still around, but I wasn't doing dumb shit. Like I wasn't following them down the dumb shit path.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if shit got a little too weird, all right, y'all. I see y'all.
Facts. And
I'll see y'all.
My dad told me when I was a kid, like if you're in a situation and you need to get out of that, like quick, just sit there and be like, yo, I forgot the oven's on. My mom's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I've used that before.
Yo.
I was at the park when I was like, I might have been like 8 or 9 years old. Dude pulls up to the park, and his backpack had a gun.
Yeah.
He's probably like 13. Yeah. I'm 9. And, we're sitting there. He got the gun. He take it out and all that. I'm sitting there. I go, fuck, I forgot the oven was on. Yeah. Man, I ran straight home, locked that damn door, didn't come back out. Every time I seen him, I was always, hey, yo, what's up? Yeah. From a distance, make sure I was always cool with him. But man, nah, bro. But again, though, you're right, though, to where it's like, you don't want to necessarily be a helicopter parent because especially for like if you have like girls, like a daughter, man, the moment she get like the sweetest taste of freedom, wow, now, like I know one that like went out, had helicopter parents. Moment they got out, 10 bodies out here just smashing, getting smashed. Oh God, sitting there like at every opportunity, they sitting there just letting. My dad never let me do this before. So I think I'm gonna try 3 dudes at the same time.
I think that's why. Like, would you rather have your daughter have like a boyfriend come over and kick it, than her go out with her friends and shit? Like, if you knew she had like a boyfriend, like say she was 16, okay, and she had like a boyfriend, and you was, oh my God, this is Tony from fucking biology class.
It depends.
We've been talking for a couple months. I think he's very cute.
It depends.
Can he come over and maybe it's a Friday night. Hey Dad, okay. Hey, it's Friday night, and I just wanted to have Tony. Can Tony come over for dinner and maybe like what? We just have dinner? Can he join us for dinner?
Where he gonna hang out at?
I don't know.
No, see, wrong.
Hold on, no, I'm laughing at my voice, but
immediately wrong. Nope.
I mean, it's totally up to you. I mean, we can sit in the living room and watch a movie. Like I said, we can have dinner all together. You can meet them. We'll watch a movie in the living room, whatever, and just kind of hang out. And then you'd probably be like, "Oh yeah, have them come
Yeah,
over,
in the
have
living
dinner,
room.
have dinner with
In the
y'all."
living room, yeah, you
And-
can.
but then look, the third or fourth time, can we hang
Nah.
out? Can we
Nope.
hang out upstairs?
Nope.
I'll leave the door open,
Nope.
Dad.
Nope.
Why not?
Cause I know what I've gotten off with the door open.
That's wild.
With the door open,
And you are a fucking scumbag.
hey,
I wouldn't even dare do that with the door open.
yo, you're tripping.
Nah.
I got the door open,
No.
house quiet,
hey,
sitting there.
that's cool.
Shh,
That's
shh,
cool.
shh,
That's cool. Until you meet the wrong dad.
shh.
Yeah,
Stop.
all right. Until,
Uh,
until you meet the wrong dad, he
I'm
comes
25 now.
and I'm watching Wavy 10 News. 15-year-old Trinell Moore. Oh damn, we want to bleep that.
Set my whole government. Yo,
Shot and killed in Melissa Thompson's
Melissa
bedroom. I
Thompson.
just made some name up.
Let's make it realistic.
Melissa Thompson's bedroom.
Melissa Thompson.
He was
what-
engaging in sexual intercourse
what-
when her
what is
dad
a
came up
Melissa-
and shot him dead.
What does a Melissa Thompson look like? Let's paint that.
Melissa Thompson could be bad.
But like
Melissa Thompson, she's probably a cheerleader.
5, let's say about
5'4".
5'6",
I mean,
brown skin, curly hair.
Melissa Thompson.
Ooh, cheerleader. Wait a minute. I'm an adult.
Yeah,
How do
I
you
know,
know
right?
cheerleader? Unless she's a
Oh,
cheerleader.
I thought we
for
was
me.
talking like us back in high school.
I know. That's why I said at
Oh, okay.
first I was like, "What do you mean? Whoa, no cheerleader." Okay, yeah. Back in high school, yeah, cool. 5'6", 5'7", brown skin.
Melissa Thompson.
Ooh,
I think Melissa's one of them names like Mariah. You can't be ugly and be Mariah. Yeah, man. You can't. I don't think I know a bad looking Mariah.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute though. You didn't answer the question though.
What?
So you asked me, would I be okay? And I'm saying, I don't know about in the room. They can come over, or like if I got like another room like downstairs, to where like I can still like keep an ear out.
Yeah.
Like a little temperature check. Yeah, y'all go in there, hang out or whatever. Sure, cool. And I'm still gonna pop in. I'm gonna pop in like just like enough times.
So
I'm not gonna do it all the time, but I'm gonna do it enough times to where he got in the back of his head. Fuck, her daddy might just pop in at any.
So what you
moment.
doing if you poke your head in? He just going to town on your daughter. What you doing?
Bro? I'm hitting him.
He knocking that shit down,
Bro,
Would you?
You know the what's that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? What's his name?
Jazz when they throw him out the house?
Jazz. I'm picking him up by his belt loop in the back, shirt, throwing his ass out the front door.
You do kind of look like Uncle Phil a little bit. So that was a good analogy.
I'm about to take that as disrespect. Why do you saying I look like Uncle Phil? Yo, you want to have a comparison?
Go ahead.
All right. Yo, so cool. It's probably already popped up on the screen. If I can make that work, it's gonna be to me and Uncle Phil. Sure, cool, right? Yo, I've gotten George Jefferson too back in the day, which is crazy.
George Jefferson.
Yeah, I got that. But Demas?
Who called you George Jefferson? Darian?
Darian, yeah. Darian. But then I'm gonna have Demas and like old Timmy Turner. You remember that picture? Oh my God. Yo, if I can get it up on the screen, bro, y'all see it, bro. Yes, bro. Literally craziest. Darian pointed it out and I started cackling, bro. Oh my God.
Old Timmy Turner.
This man called me Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil.
That's nuts. But okay, yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
You're not killing the kid though?
No, I'm not gonna kill no kid. Because again, I was in his situation. I've been that. Yo, let me get this off. Am I gonna be hot? Yeah, because it's like, damn, this nigga got one off on me.
So, but what do you do though? Like realistically, like what do you do?
Realistically,
Hey, stop! What are you doing?
no. Realistically,
Get off of her.
no, not my baby. No, first of all, cause I'm gonna do it like that little head pop in,
Yeah.
and I swear if I'm seeing like little boy butt cheeks in my fucking in the side room and my daughter fate, bro, no, I'm
But
crashing.
what if she's on top going crazy? What you do?
I'm first of all, motherfucker, I'm snapping. First of all, I'm snapping. They're gonna sit there struggling to get their clothes on. I'm grabbing him out by his damn ear, getting him out of my house.
Yeah.
That's number one. Then her and I having a separate conversation of like, yo, what? I don't know. Her mama got to be there
yeah,
too.
I was about to say that. Yeah.
Her mama got to be there too because I'm probably spaz worse is probably what's necessary. So her mom will probably lead the discussion, but if I don't feel like if it's enough, I'm gonna be in the background. Like, you fucking grounded until you're 45. You're grounded until you're 45. No boyfriends ever. I give you one opportunity.
Yeah.
I let you, bro. I gave you an inch. You take it a mile.
You don't have her on lockdown.
All I said was you can sit here and hang out with a dude, and now you out here doing all this.
Now what if you walk?
You're in the situation, what are you doing?
I don't know, man. That's such a wild situation to kind of like walk in on.
Okay, now what if it's your son? He got some thotty in there.
Letting him cook.
Nah.
I might be like, I know what's going on in there, right? And if his mom's home, I'm gonna make sure, I would probably look out for him. I'll probably go.
Okay, are you letting your son have a girl upstairs in his room?
At what age?
Let's say 16.
Well,
16.
Again, like it's gonna be my son, so he's gonna be a gentleman. He's gonna be respectful. So I don't think I'd have to deal with that, right?
Deal with what?
He would be smart enough to do it while I'm not home. You know what I mean?
Nah. Because you can still try to get something off, like on that, like, yo, shut up.
Yo, you know what? Little side note.
Yeah.
Ring cameras.
What about them?
Could you imagine if we had Ring camera? You couldn't sneak no girls in the house if we had Ring cameras when we were kids. Yo, how are the kids getting that off now? Right?
It's easy.
With the Ring camera?
Yes.
Hell.
Bro, you know what's so crazy?
How do you can't? How
Yes,
do
you
get that
can.
off? How? Did
What?
take it off the wall?
No.
Just cover it up?
No. You don't even gotta do that.
What?
You sit there and literally, first of all, you got to play it smart. This is how you do it.
All right.
I'm gonna give you the full breakdown.
Open the window.
No, because I almost did this to my dad.
You had a Ring camera when you was a kid?
Bro, no.
When did Ring cameras come out?
They came out a minute ago. It was on Shark Tank, but this is probably like
When we were in high school, though?
probably,
No, right.
they probably weren't as big, but they were a thing.
Okay.
But so no, I'm saying this. I almost got this off probably like 4 years ago because I was still living with my dad.
Right.
So my dad was out of town, and he got some Google camera set up and everything.
Uh-huh.
You just got to sit there. First of all, what you got to do is create like that. This keeps happening. You unplug the Wi-Fi. When you unplug the Wi-Fi,
Oh, so your day's out.
Because the Google
Right.
camera or the Ring camera connects to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And that's when it connects to the Wi-Fi. That's when it gets to send you the notification onto your phone, let you know, oh, like it's down or whatever. Or it's like, oh, like notify you someone's walking to your door. So if you start it early, hey, yo, the Wi-Fi is going out.
Right.
The Wi-Fi is going out. The Wi-Fi is going out. You complaining about it. And then that one night when you trying to get that off, all you gotta do is pull that Ethernet cable in the back. You pull that Ethernet cable in the back, you sit there, have them run in the house real quick. And then when they get that notification on their phone that the camera went down,
Yeah.
their immediate thought is the Wi-Fi must be acting up again.
I guess so.
And then they come through the crib.
But
And
that's
then
if
you sit there and
that's
beat
if your
that down
parent-
about an hour.
Would you be that naive if you were a parent?
I mean, I'm not gonna say I made it up, but like I'm aware of this. And on top of that, I work in IT. So like I'm smart enough to figure out what's going on to remedy this situation or the issue. I would have been trying to get the Wi-Fi fixed before that.
I wonder at what point do you look at it and like as an adult, you might have kids, but you have your own things like,
What?
man, fuck it, the game's on. I don't give a fuck what you got going on today or tonight. I'm watching I've had a stressful week at work. I'm watching the game tonight.
Yeah, but I don't think that means you're gonna let your kids start fucking
Uncle
in the house.
Uncle
though.
Trinell, Uncle Darian, Uncle Alex are coming through. We're about to watch this game. I don't give a fuck what you go for. I don't give a fuck. Go do what you do.
Go be in the backyard.
Yeah,
play
go.
in the pool.
I don't care if you go. Fucking,
Don't have that music loud. I'm trying to hear the game.
I don't care what you do.
Be in the fireplace, make marshmallows, s'mores, whatever. I don't care.
What was that? What was
Make a
that?
pizza in the oven.
What was
in the
that?
brick oven outside.
What was that thing Kevin Hart said in his stand up when he was babysitting? Or he was like when dads are home with the kids. And we
They
don't
sit
do,
there.
we
They
don't do
sit
shit
there,
but
just
listen for
listen.
noise. Yeah.
They go,
Hey.
hey,
Yeah.
what's that damn noise?
Yeah. If things get too quiet, that's what he
Fact.
said. If things get too quiet, he yells and shit.
Y'all ain't, what y'all doing up there?
Yeah.
Bro, I've done that before. I've been at my mom's house sitting there like not that long ago, and she be watching this like 5-6-year-old, and I'd be sitting there, I'd be like, she ain't made no noise in a while. What is she fucking up? And I'd be sitting there, hey, come here. And she'll come down. Got fingernail polish all over her arms and everything. You'd be, I was just trying to color you now. I'd be like, yo, dude.
I don't have any like I don't have any kids or like younger siblings or cousins or nephews and nieces. So like in my daily experience, I don't even know how to interact with a kid. Like if a kid came around here, I think I'd be so awkward. I don't know how to talk to a kid. I don't know how to interact with a kid. You know what I mean? Like that's just not my life. That's not my lifestyle.
I feel like sometimes though, like you might overly complicate it.
That's what I'm saying.
Because no. Because you remember when we had a snow day. Yo, we had a snow day here. If you live in Virginia, you probably know about this. It was like 13, 14 inches. We were going through it. Me, Demas, and Darian were walking through the neighborhood, and like out of nowhere, these two little badass little motherfuckers just sitting there, just start fucking with us for no reason.
Well, hold on. Teenage kids like that, they're cool. I think I can
They were
interact
probably
with
like
kids
11,
like that. Because those kids were pretty cool. You know what I mean?
It was bad as
I fuck with them.
They was probably like 11.
The little kid that rides around on his scooter with the shiesty on, he's pretty.
Yo,
I get along with that
bro,
kid. Like
this little dude is probably like 11 years old, rolling around, light skin with a shiesty.
I'd get along with that kid. Like if I had to babysit him, he seems like he'd be. You know what I mean,
Okay, so where is it? Because I like where what's the age to where? Because it's like I've hung out with like a 9-year-old at my crib.
Like 5. Like that's where you're like, you got to treat him like a little kid. You can't really talk to him because like this kid,
At
the
5?
kid in the neighborhood, you could talk to him like I'm talking to you. Like I could be like, you know, or on the low, be like, yo, just like talk to him, like a regular, like a guy. You know what I mean?
At 5 though?
But at 5, you gotta baby him. You gotta
Not really.
You got goo goo gaga.
No, you don't.
At 5?
No.
At 5, yeah. At 5,
Yo,
they
at
can't even
5
talk at 5.
Yes, they at 5.
kids can talk at 5.
They're in kindergarten. Yes.
Can you read at 5?
Some of them, yes. Not like they're not reading freaking like the laws of power and all that, but they're reading, Green Eggs and Ham, maybe.
Damn.
Like, cause you're at 6, you're in first grade. So
Yeah.
kindergarten, you're 5.
Yeah.
So yes, 5-year-olds, bro. At the end of the day, all they're gonna want is like their tablet. They're gonna sit there and want to
I
watch
guess it
YouTube
is
videos.
easier nowadays, right? You just give them a tablet and that's it.
But not, or yeah, you just sit there, just kick it with them, just hanging out, watching TV, or like playing like a board game or something like that with them.
I can't wait to like see how the iPad kids,
Yeah,
grow up. Like, how are they gonna be? Are they gonna be socially awkward? Are they gonna be like, whatever? Like, because they don't have social skills. I don't know.
Some of them are awkward now.
Because of the iPad.
I don't even know it's necessarily like the iPad.
Or maybe
though.
they might be even smarter than we were because they know how to do problem solving. They know how to surf the internet. They know how.
But that makes them dumber too, though.
How?
Because
I totally disagree.
I totally do not.
You know, part of the reason why I think I'm so brilliant is because I played a lot of video games as a kid, and that's problem solving. You know what I mean?
I don't think in Mortal Kombat there's like problem solving that you necessarily have to deal
But
with.
see, I'm glad you said that. But even like Mortal Kombat, I didn't play Mortal Kombat as a kid. But
Hand-eye
even with
coordination.
that, like hand-eye coordination,
Okay.
like just like repetition.
You talk about GTA, like
Or,
you had
like,
to learn how
memory.
to, you had to like remember how to do the heist and sell the drugs on the corner.
That's problem solving.
Yeah, I got to make sure I get this got to get this money up so I
Yeah.
can, buy this car, get the rims. I got to remember the cheat
Prostitute.
code
Yeah.
so I can sit there. Yeah, no, that's not what I'm talking about. No, I'm saying though, like the people who are in school now who are using freaking all these like cheating apps that they freaking can take pictures of the question
Yeah.
and get the answer.
Yeah, that's also an issue. That is that.
Chat GPT.
Yeah.
It can write you a whole paper.
Yeah.
We could have got Chat GPT to write us this whole podcast, and you and I could have had prompts up, and we could have just read from that.
Papers that is such a waste of time in school. How are you learning anything writing a paper?
It proves that you can talk about a topic, expound upon it, give examples, real life examples, and just show you have a further understanding of something.
I think it's a complete waste of time.
How?
Because you can show that you understand something by just fucking taking a test. And I won't even say no. Let me correct that. Because some of these tests, they try to trick you. It's not even like just do you know this stuff?
Absolutely.
It's like trickery. You know what I mean?
Bro, these certifications tests, when they do it, they'll have like 2 right answers, but in the question it'll say which answer fits the best.
Yeah, I hate
which question's the most
or
right.
pick all the right answers. And they give you like 5 options. You gotta pick all like 3 out of the 5.
Yeah, you don't
like
know if it's
2 of them.
Pick 2.
Yeah.
Is it, like, yo, this one might. But that's what I'm saying. Pick the one that's most right.
Yeah,
and it's like
I hate that shit.
What?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is though, if you write a paper though and you expound upon a topic, it shows that you have a knowledge on the subject that you're speaking about, as opposed to just I'm just gonna just sit here and just Chat GPT it, have Chat GPT write it for me. Because here's the thing, you can put it in Chat GPT. You tell Chat GPT, I want a 5-page paper about this. Boom. You copy that, you put it in something else, have it reword it, and then you put that through an AI detector.
Yeah.
See if it detects any AI.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, cool, you're good. If it does, put it back through, change some more words, put it back, you're good.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I'm saying. These are the people who are like our doctors, nurses, people who are doing like very important jobs.
Yeah. Damn, I want to expound on this.
Expound on what?
No, but let's do this on like the next episode because we're already an hour and a half in.
I mean, we're gonna be
because this is like a good.
Out,
This is a good like conversation.
Yeah.
You want to record tomorrow too?
Record tomorrow?
Yeah.
Potentially.
Let's write this down and get back to this because we can go for another 45 minutes on this
probably
specific topic. And I know, like, how much storage would that be? An hour and a half? A lot, right?
I got like 12 hours on this.
But like this specific recording though.
What are you
like
saying?
for my computer? Like when we take it out? Because the issue was that's what I'm saying. The issue was.
Are we cutting this out?
No, we're just gonna wrap this up. All right, man.
All right.
This was back from the hiatus.
Yes.
Episode 8, technically.
Is it 8?
I believe so.
Do you want to do episode 8 or do you want to do season 2, episode 1?
Season 2, episode 1. Nah, we'll do 8 because then it gets confusing. Because then when
are we gonna do season 3?
That's what I'm saying. When is season 3 gonna?
We could take another a little hiatus. You can probably get another place.
You gotta flood the market with content. That's exactly what we're about to do, baby.
All right, so it's season 2, episode 1 / episode 8.
Yeah.
Bitch, we back type shit. Yeah, man. It's your boy Trinell, TJ, whatever you want to call me. Cool. I'll answer to both. We got Demas over here, and we want to thank you guys for tuning in. We do, apologize for the big difference between how long it's been in between our episodes, but we have been going through a lot, personally that we've had to take care of. But now we're gonna look and see if we can hit the iron running hot and just keep going. Trying to see if we can pump out as much as we can. We try to pump some more clips, more guests. If we can get more guests, people act so fucking scary to sit on the mic.
Johnny.
We might have our boy Johnny come
Gene.
on. We might have our boy Gene. It's just a variety of different people. As you see, it's just me and Teo, me and Demas now. Teo's still gonna come on some episodes too. He also has some other things going on in his life. Darian, maybe.
Alex.
It's not just gonna be podcasts either. We're gonna be doing like a variety of things. We're gonna take this show sometimes in the car. We're gonna be sitting here talking to you guys, doing golf videos. I said that earlier, didn't I? Mm-hmm. Golf videos. Demas has some more ideas. I have some more ideas that we're gonna be workshopping, trying different things. Seeing what we can do to create a great environment and a place for you guys to feel comfortable, stay, hang out with us just for a little bit. I might even have my sister come on.
Oh, Autumn?
Yeah, maybe.
Autumn.
My younger sister wants to come on so bad.
Why not? She can reach the youth.
What are we going to talk about with a 16-year-old girl? What are we going to discuss with a 16-year-old?
Pop culture. What's going on with the kids?
She's going to talk about TikTok.
Yeah.
But her TikTok's different than my TikTok.
Why not? We can have her. We can have her on the show.
Lordy. Anyways, yeah, let's go ahead. Let's clap it up for us, and clap it up for you guys. We appreciate you guys coming in, tuning in, checking in with us. So shout out to you guys. And, we'll be back.
Tomorrow.
Maybe.
Episode 9.
Maybe.
Actually, what's today?
Tuesday. Or is it Wednesday? I don't know.
So this will come out tomorrow night. This will be live tomorrow night, Wednesday night.
No, it won't.
Yeah, it will.
It will not.
I think we'll be able to get it up.
It has nothing to do with getting up.
And then Thursday night, we're recording Friday morning, baby.
Potentially. Maybe.
Factual.
We're still trying to make the schedule of everything. Demas is very pro. Let's get this out. I want to do this the right way just so we can make sure we have enough content to fuel you guys.
All right, we're rambling. We're rambling. Let's wrap it up.
Hey, we'll see you guys next time. Appreciate you for tuning in. Bow. And we out, bitch.